This is lesson 37 of the Quantum Mechanics mini lecture series, part 3 of the rules for differentiation. So I talked about the constant factor rule in a previous video. I want to talk about what's called the sum rule in this video. So suppose you've got two functions, f of x and g of x. You want to find the derivative of these two. Added together, what you do is just take the derivative of each function. F dash x plus g dash x. So the rule says the following. Suppose you have the sum of two functions, as I mentioned, f of x and g of x. The derivative of the sum of these functions is simply the sum of the derivatives of each function. So here's an example, 2x plus 5x. So let's find the derivative of this. What we do is we find the derivative of each function. So 2x dash plus 5x dash. And the constant factor rule, if you recall, so for 2x, derivative of 2x, it's x to the 1, right? So you bring down the power, 1 times 2, and you reduce the power, x to the 0, plus, same thing for 5x, it's actually 5x to the 1, bring down the 1, multiply by 5, reduce the power by 1. And so x to the 0 is just 1, right? So you have 1 times 2, okay, x to the 0 is 1, plus x to the 0 in this case is 1 again. So you got 1 times 5. So 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 5 is 5. 2 plus 5 is just 7. It's the derivative. Let's do another example. Let's suppose we want to differentiate 10y squared plus 3y to the 5. Okay. So what we do is we find the derivative of each function plus 3y to the 5 dash. So the constant factor rule, take the 2 down, multiply by the 10, reduce the power, you're left with that, plus, okay, 5 times 3, y, reduce the power, you get 4. 2 times 10y, that's 20y. 5 times 3, that's 15y to the 4. That's the derivative. So as an exercise, try and find the derivative of these expressions. And there you go. So that's how you differentiate two functions when they're added together. It's called the sum rule.